Hello, I'm your host, Sister Charity, and welcome to another episode of Our Perspective. As you can see, my co-host John Sells is not joining me today. However, he will be back next week to give such an awesome perspective to our show. So today we want to get right into it. We want to talk about the red flags, the warning signs that we all need to know about in a relationship. Now, this is not all this is not all of the red flags, but this will kind of give you an idea of what things you want to look out for when you're in a relationship or a friendship. And I feel like a lot of times we have accepted things that we shouldn't have accepted, all in the name of a friend, and not really understanding that may not necessarily be a true friend. It could be a frenemy. It could be somebody who's hating you on the download, somebody that's jealous of you, somebody that's envious. And so we need to know what those warning signs look like. And let me just say this. My grandmother used to always say, if they say it out their own mouth, believe it. And whatever it is, okay? Because out of the heart, people speak. And so a lot of times people are joking around and they're like, girl, I can't stand you. And they really can't. So let's look at some of the warning signs that I've found that I think are very, that will be very helpful in any relationship or friendship. So the first one that I want to look at is that overly controlling personality. That person that has a problem with your relationship with others, you have to watch out for that person. That individual who is overly controlling, want to tell you what to do. And if you think for yourself, that's an issue. If you don't agree with them, that's an issue. So watch out for that personality as a friend. Okay, they may not be your friend if they're that controlling. So the next one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is like a form of manipulation. I'm going to transfer, the issue back onto you. I learned about this very early in my career about transforming a person's behavior to someone else, like, for example, not wanting to deal with the issue that's at hand. So you say, well, you know what, when you said this, it really hurt my feelings. And then a person that tries to gaslight, I didn't say anything to hurt your feelings. Your feelings got hurt. They were because you just sensitive and you just, overly emotional. But shoot, if that hurt your feelings, something is wrong with you. That's gaslighting. Watch out for that person in a relationship. The next one is the inability to resolve conflict. That person that always they're always a victim. They don't want to with the whole conflict. They don't want confrontation. They don't want to deal with anything. And as a result of them not dealing with anything, it causes resentment. It causes frustration. It causes a lot of anger and bitterness when you don't deal with something that is affecting or impacting somebody else. So watch out for that flag. That flag where a person can't handle conflict or don't want conflict. Conflict is inevitable. It's something that we're all going to have to endure. And how we handle conflict is the key. And so maybe I'll do a show on that. That's really conflict resolution is really something that we probably all need to talk about, but not right now. So another red flag that I want to share with you is this codependency or relationship addiction. And this is important because you find most of the people who are codependent will kill you and themselves because they feel like they can't live without you. They feel like you are their air to breathe, their water to drink, and they just don't know what to do. And you hear people saying, I can't live without you. Okay. When you hear people saying things like that, pay attention. And let me just say this. If we're talking about a person that, like a boyfriend or whatever, girlfriend or whatever, if that person is like this, you want to step back and don't be so quick to give your all at the beginning of the relationship until you make sure that person is not codependent. Because a codependent person will do anything for that relationship, because that relationship makes them feel complete. And when that ends, their life ends and may end your life. So pay attention to those warning signs as well. Another one that I want to focus on is the anger management issues. And it could be something as simple as road rage. A person gets upset, they go from 0 to 1,000 just like that. Somebody says something, they're going off. Somebody does something, they're going off. They can't handle just the simplest things. They can't ignore the simplest things. That's a warning sign, because when they get tired of you, they're going to go off on you. So pay attention to that. And I will say this, and I'll say it again. Before you get too involved in a relationship with somebody, make sure you really check out all of the red flags and the warning signs. Another one is a narcissistic person. This person feels like everything evolves around them. They're the best at everything. Nobody can do it like them. Nobody's as smart as them. Watch that person as well. That personality is just annoying. And we've seen presidents like this. We've seen people in power like this. If it's not their way, it's not the right way. And understand, if you get in a relationship with somebody like this, it's time consuming. It's not something you probably want, because your way doesn't matter. You don't mean anything to a narcissistic person. It's what they want, and it's all about them. So watch that in a relationship. The next one is this passive aggressive person, abusive. Sometimes passive aggression, it may not be physical, but it could be where they just say something that is rude or disrespectful or hurtful because they feel like, it's no big deal for me to call you out of your name. It's no big deal for me to tell you fat, get over it. And it's a way to say things in a relationship, because a relationship or a friendship is someone that cares about you and supports you and encourages you. So with that whole passive aggressive behavior or that abusive behavior, that's a red flag, because that person probably doesn't care about themselves, so they don't care about you either. So next one is the unstable relationships, okay, where they don't trust you. I was told if I can't trust, I can't be trusted. So pay attention to that person that doesn't trust you around other people, doesn't trust you to make the best decisions, doesn't trust you with the money, doesn't trust you at all. They have very little respect for you if that's the case. And they can't be trusted. So I'm sure we've all seen this person. They go out and they cheat, and then they come back and they say, "Where you been? And what you been up to? And what? How come that? Yeah, watch that person." Well, I'm out of time, but I really appreciate you watching, and hopefully this show will add value to your life. And I would encourage you to like and share, because I'm sure someone can use this information. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next week on another Our Perspective. Bye-bye.